Warriors, sorcerers, and fellow patriots, welcome back to Mo's Kingdoms. Guardian Mo's back online with another very quick video. So I'm sure most of you have seen the news, those new sentencing guidelines coming out of the British justice system. White people apparently are going to get harsher sentences potentially if they're going to commit crimes compared to ethnic minorities, Asians, Indians, people who look like me perhaps. I mean, this is racism on a different scale. This is, in a basic sense, racism is actively being placed in the law system, in our system of law, on white people, targeting white people. If you're a white indigenous Brit, you get a harsher sentence if you commit a crime in comparison to an ethnic minority or someone who doesn't share the same skin color as you. How ridiculous is that? You know, where are all the lefty loonies and Hollywood actors on this? I'd really be interested to hear what they have to say on this. I want to see what their take on it is. Because, you know, they're on and on about, you know, how it's 2025 and how racism has to be tackled and why we're still talking about racism. People of ethnic minorities don't deserve the treatment that they get from a certain demographic. But here's the thing, you know, here is the perfect example, the perfect situation, your golden opportunity to call out racism for what it is. But no, they won't do it. Why won't they do it? Why won't they call out racism when they see it? It's because he's against white people. So as long as you are white, as long as your skin color is white Caucasian, racism is fine. Racism is perfectly justified. You are perfectly entitled to be racist against a white person if it's coming from an ethnic minority because of historical reparations and critical race theory. I don't want to get into that whole critical race theory rabbit hole, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to make it short. This sentencing guideline, there's something far more sinister to it. It encourages snitching, what's called snitching, okay? Now, I'm sure most of you know, calling out your neighbour and secretly talking behind their back and calling police on them, reporting them to the authorities. It's already happening in our culture, by the way. This whole Karen culture of reporting employees or waiters, restaurant waiters, for their performance behind closed doors on the restaurant website, social media, behind their back. You know, Karens reporting to their managers and stuff. You know, it's happened in communist countries like China and Soviet Russia, where it was very commonplace for people to snitch on their neighbor, snitch on their friends, snitch on their family members even. And this is what's going to happen as a result of this new sentencing guideline, is that people will call other people out and call the local authorities, call the police on them for committing a crime that they simply haven't done, simply because they know that all those lefty loonies, those anti-racism types, those blue head types, they know that they can get away with it, that they can report white people for committing crimes that they haven't done, simply because this sentencing guideline has been put in place. And by the way, it's coming out tomorrow. Okay, this is a state of emergency, and I have to call it out for what it is. You know, a man was arrested for criticizing a school in a private WhatsApp group. It was a couple, in fact. They got 6 police officers sent to their home for posting comments against, you know, criticizing their primary school on a WhatsApp group, and apparently they were charged arrested for making malicious, harmful comments with connotations of harassment. I mean, this is the state that this country is in. The police and the government have a hatred against white people. They simply have a target against white people's backs. And especially in light with the whole controversy surrounding the Netflix show Adolescence, talking about this guy this young teenager who's stuck a knife into a schoolgirl. And the whole problem lies in toxic masculinity, apparently, and being influenced by people like Andrew Tate and all these toxic masculine figures is what's driving base instinctive tendencies out of young white males. This is all going out of control, and they're already debating this in Parliament. You know, the whole British justice system. There's a two-tier justice system. There's a two-tier government system. There's a two-tier policing, and all of it is stacked against our odds. It's stacked and targeted specifically against white people. We have to end this level of racism. So that's all I have to say. I'm going to keep it short. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you are an indigenous white Brit and you decide you want to rob a bank or you want to steal something from a shop, today is the day to do it, because starting from tomorrow, you're going to be treated differently. You're going to be treated more harshly. So go out there and commit whatever crime you want starting today. But that's all I have to say. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time.